Well, just got in Arkansas late last night. I'm coming down here this weekend and then next weekend. This weekend, I'm coming down to meet my niece for the first time, but also I'm going to put out some corn and a camera on a piece of property that we have access and permission to hunt this year, just to kind of get some intel and understanding of what's moving around out there. Back in March, I got to explore the land and found rubs, scrapes, really nice sign, and like a natural spring and a bluff. It's just super beautiful area, so really hopeful for that. I'm gonna fly fish this morning, and then tomorrow morning before I head out, tomorrow morning I'm gonna meet up with Austin. We're gonna fly fish together. So what I'm thinking is, since I'm gonna be here 2 weekends in a row, I'm gonna make a little video this weekend and next weekend connected. Next weekend is opening day of deer season in Arkansas, so I'm gonna hunt that property. Hopefully this will be a fun 2 little weekend video. I'll take you along, and hopefully we get a deer, and hopefully we get a few good fish, but we'll see what happens.
It's a helpless game, you know when seasons change. September, do you remember? Does it feel the same? It must be so easy, living life as you should.
Oh my gosh. I gotta stop doing this. I keep opening cameras with film in them, so I guess we'll just shoot the rest of that film. Headed out to the White River. The flows are like super low right now, so I'm gonna try some pretty basic stuff to see if I can trick and entice some fish. Fly shop said that the hopper bite has slowed down a little bit, but they said there's definitely, some seams to hit and riffles to hit with it. So I have a couple spots in mind that I'm gonna try some dry fly stuff, but for now I'm gonna whip out some nymphs and see if I can catch some fish.
If you could fly, yeah, you would, out of your neighborhood. Could it be so easy? Get in a getaway car, and you know who you are. You're the star of a picture on a Saturday night in the middle of July. Yeah, the tale of your life on a silver screen. Is the summer really that nice? When you think of that night when we were colder than ice on the telephone. It's a helpless game.
Got a few small blow-ups on chubby. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to this spot pretty far up the river where there's a lot of grass and a lot of vegetation. And I think I could get one on like a hopper dropper rig, so hoping to land a good fish. If not, I'm gonna kind of nymph my way all the way back, see if I can catch some. Summer's always better in my head, better in my head, better in my head. Summer's always better in my head, better in my head, better in my head. Just got out to the land. I'm out here with Caleb.
Come on.
We're gonna set up this deer stand, this corn, this camera. Be back next week. fresh rub and scrape. Got that stand set up with Caleb. Now we're headed back. Cast like way upstream. Oh god, dude, I would. Colors on this are really beautiful. Very slow day for Austin and I. Super slow day today. I ended up catching about 3. Austin had a very nice brown on at the beginning. He was mousing like before the sun came up, before I got down there. He says he latched into a very nice brown. So he was unable to land that, but after that, I mean, just not a super great morning. Water levels have been super low, but next week we're coming back. I think they're going to change their generation a little bit, going more into the fall patterns and stuff. So hopefully next weekend we have a good amount of luck. I'm hoping to get some intel from game camera, and hopefully I'll have quite a few pictures and a few of some bucks that we can target, and hopefully when we come back next week we get a deer and we catch some more fish, but we'll see. Alright, it is September 22nd. Austin and I are meeting up this morning. We're going to head back to Arkansas and kind of pick up where we left off. I'm super excited about opening day of archery tomorrow. I think, have a really good shot at 2 nice bucks. I didn't know anything about this land. I was just invited to come hunt on this private piece of property, so I put out some corn in the camera just to get some intel, and we've had 3 really nice bucks in daylight at the corn and a lot of bears. I went in and tried to figure out, is there a way that I could take one of these bears? Turns out the quota has already been met in Arkansas. We are so stoked to be able to hunt, and we're so blessed to be able to hunt on this piece of property. So if they stick to their patterns, you guys know how hunting is. Sometimes they can switch overnight, you know. I was not expecting to see daytime pictures of bucks. I was picturing, you know, going down there mid-October, early November to try to target a buck in rut, but we've got early summer pattern bucks who are brave and they're out in daylight. So this place has not had a ton of hunting pressure, is what I've been told, so maybe that's contributed to it a little bit, because usually, I mean, I get nocturnal pictures of bucks all the time at the corn feeder here in Oklahoma, but yeah, we're super blessed to be out here. Hope we can take advantage of that. I think we have a really good shot, as long as they don't wind us, as long as we don't spook them, because they obviously are bedding really close. Also, the wind looks like it's going to be really good in our favor, but we're going to be in the valley of the Ozark Mountains in the big timber, so the thermals will probably be all over the place. It might get swirly down there, or spook them out. So crossing our fingers that doesn't happen. We're going to try to set ourselves up in the best possible way for that to not happen, but until then, I guess if you see this video, we probably ended up killing at least 1 or 2 of those bucks. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned.
55 miles out, thunder cracking lightning. got something else inside. Shines like the 4th of July.
Alright, we just got in camp. Austin's over there doing some scent control. We're going to head down. We're going to set up the saddle, set up a hang-on, and we're going to try to get out of here as quick as possible. And tomorrow morning will be opening day.
Go ahead on my own. Go ahead on my own. Go ahead on my own. Sand City buzz, kicking up dust, kicking up dust. Before the sun comes up. Devil sees us now, clears the moon glow, sleeping in our winter clothes, radios crackling fire. Go ahead on my own.
Well, saw a lot of fish. Could not get one to eat. So we're heading back to camp and prepping for our first hunt of the season tomorrow.
Go ahead on my own. Go ahead on my own. Go ahead on my own. Sand City buzz, kicking up dust, kicking up dust. Before the sun comes up.
We're heading out to our first sit of the season. Got everything ready to go. Hoping that we don't spook anything up on our way out there, so we're gonna have to take it nice and slow. wiggling around with my bug fever. I thought about taking a chest-on shot, but I just wanted to make sure that I got a broadside shot. And really thought I was going to have it. Almost drew on him multiple times, but he ended up spooking. So hopefully that 8-point is pretty close behind it. Austin gets a good shot on the 8-point. And then I hope that within the next few days he comes back. He might not, but I think there's a good chance he might be back this evening or tomorrow morning. Am I too close? Am I too close? Yeah, you're knocking tool. Alright, it is 2:40, almost 3. We're about to head back out there for an evening hunt. A lot of movement this morning. Sadly spooked up a lot of deer by the end of the morning. But we're hopeful that they'll come back. Didn't really have any deer that were overly spooked. They only kind of did like a half blow. They just didn't know what we were, so I moved my saddle platform around the back side of the tree so I can use that tree to my advantage a little better. Hopefully we don't spook deer tonight. If we see some, hopefully they're not too spooked. If we do end up spooking them again tonight, I think we're going to move some stuff around tomorrow and try a different spot or try a different tree. But had the Big 10 at our feet this morning. Missed our opportunity. Hopefully he messes up again. But he may not. So we'll see. There's still 2 really nice bucks out here that we have not seen yet. So hopefully we'll get one tonight. Yeah, our wind is kind of a southwest coming to our face up to the left. So if they come out in front, we should be good. So it stays that way, but it's really swirly. Got wind everywhere. Our thermals are rising a little bit. Yeah. Going straight up. There it goes, straight up. Alright, so it is about 3 p.m. About to head out to the stand. Just was super exhausted last night. We decided to take some pressure off of them this morning just because we spooked like 5 deer yesterday. And I don't think these deer get very pressured that much, so decided to play it safe. Just give the ground some rest. It thunderstormed last night, so hopefully they'll be on their feet a lot this evening. But Austin is hunting with Lane, and hopefully they're going to get one. They're hunting a different piece of property, so I'm by myself this evening over on this piece of property. So had a lot of movement yesterday, but spooked a lot of deer, so hopefully this morning gave them a little bit of time to bed down and get comfortable again. Hopefully I can stick one this evening, but we'll see. Hopefully Austin and Wayne get one as well, and then we'll have some cool memories. But the wind, I don't really know what the wind's doing right now. I'll have to check it once I get in the stand, but it's just been swirly this whole weekend. Really haven't gotten winded that much. We stay pretty on top of scent control. I don't think any of our deer winded us. We just kind of walked up on them. These deer have been moving like all throughout the day, so I'm praying that I don't spook one on my way out, because yesterday evening we spooked a mature buck on our way out. So early in the season, I'm not expecting to see bucks this much in daylight, but this land, I guess, is a pretty sweet spot, so hopefully we can take advantage of that. soon as I hit him, I saw a lot of blood. I hit him straight on. I'm gonna have to look at the footage. I don't know. I don't know. I hope I busted through his shoulder. Last time he came out like that, that's the Big Ten though. When he came out, I can't get too excited. I might not have killed him, but it sounded like he crashed up there. But that's the Big Ten, dude. I kid you not, I walked in, I spooked a buck out of its bed, and I'm thinking like, my hunt's over. I get in the tree stand, I hear one jump out of its bed over here, and it does kind of like a half blow. The one back here blew like 5 times, and I was like, man, this I'm screwed. This buck blew over here, and it was like a half blow, and I was like, okay, maybe it'll come around. Next thing I know, I'm sitting here, and I look to my right, and this Big Ten is making a scrape and a rub right here, and I'm like, no freaking way, and he comes in. I had a broadside, but I wasn't drawn. I should have practiced more in this saddle, but I decided to put him straight on. Hit him straight on, and oh man, I hope I just got him. I hope I got the heart. It looked really bloody. He's still moving out there. I don't know. It still sounds like he's moving. He's definitely hurt. I'm gonna look at the footage. First blood looks really good. We'll have to see if it stays like that. I see blood over there. Oh my gosh. I think I hard shot at him. He's losing a lot of blood really quick. Alright, I'm gonna back out. There's a deer right there. There's a group of does. Okay, here's the thing. I do not feel confident about that shot. Just a lot of stuff going on. First time self-filming, I had the camera in the way. I'm just glad that I at least got a little bit of the buck, but whenever I looked back at the footage, it looks like when I drew, camera wasn't out of the way enough and focused on my elbow or my bow. And I also think that my string, if you hear in the video, it's super loud. It kind of seemed like my string hit the camera, or maybe my bow just bumped the camera. But took a risky shot with an expandable broadhead, like frontal chest. Yeah, I had an opportunity to do that the other morning and I didn't. And this time he was facing me a little bit more straight on, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take it. A lot of nerves going. As soon as the arrow released, didn't feel super confident, but when I saw it puncture, I don't think I got a ton of penetration, but I immediately saw blood like pouring out. And it sounded like he crashed like 100 to 200 yards up the ridge, and I didn't hear any more movement. So I want to think that's a good sign, but I came back to the cabin, chilling, and waiting for my father to show up and some of my buddies, and we're going to go and see if we can find this deer. If we can't find it tonight, maybe we'll try to find someone with some dogs. I think my buddy Lane has some dogs, and we'll see if we can track it. But I'm hopeful that it's going to be on the top of that ridge where I think I heard it crash. It sounded like it crashed, and then I sat there and I was filming as you saw earlier, and then it sounded like he was stumbling a little bit more. And so maybe a slow death, or he could have just bedded down. There's no telling. So we're going to track the blood here in like an hour and just see. And if it trickles off, then we're going to back out and go back in the morning. But if it stays consistent like it is, those first 20 yards, then I think we're gonna try to see if we can find them tonight.
My bow and arrow?
Yeah, I am. It's in the stand.
Oh,
I have my release on me. We're gonna go back and get my bow out of the stand. I'm here with my dad. He's gonna come down and see if we can look at some first blood and let it take us a little farther and see if it stays consistent. If it does, we might go ahead and track this deer a little farther. It's been about an hour and a half. More penetration.
You ripped it out, Josh.
I know, got a little bit more penetration than I thought. And we just, here, shine the light over there. He's dead. In the creek down there. There he is, right there.
What
Here he is.
experience.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, look at all that. Dude, definitely hit hard. Holy crap. Oh my gosh, Dad. Dude, look at that. Can you believe that, Dad? It's a 10 point. It's a typical. Perfect.
Oh, Josh, are you okay?
I'm gonna drag him over here. It's crazy because he's not even in rut yet.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a little kicker right there. I think that 9 point is actually wider than him.
I think there's a bigger one out here. I've seen it, Josh. I promise it's wider. There's a bigger one. You didn't kill the biggest one.
Well,
There's a 10 to 12 pointer out here.
look at that, he almost had a drop. There's a 9 out here, and he's wider than him. But this guy curves all the way around. Look at that buck.
That is a beautiful buck.
It's really nice.
I am so happy for you,
Oh
son.
my gosh.
That's amazing, son. That's amazing.
The big 10 pointer, his main beams, dude, almost touch. Look at that.
I know.
That's 5 inches apart.
That's why I'm saying it. But this is awesome, man. I'm happy for you.
I shot him right there, right through the neck and out the back shoulder. Well, I was worried about my shot, but I mean, how far do you think he ran it, Dad?
I don't know. It's hard to tell.
Maybe 80 yards?
I don't know.
50 and then tumbled down the hill?
Yeah, probably 100 yards, give or take.
He's not necessarily as wide as he looked in pictures, but he is a nice buck. He's got this nice little kicker back here. It's just so cool. I can't wait to take this to Eddie and have him do what he does best with it. Is that not crazy,
That
Dad?
is a nice bud.
I'm so glad you're here, Dad. To be
I
honest.
am too. I'm happy for you. I'm just so happy for you. So encouraged for you.
Well, it's our last morning out here before we head back to Oklahoma. Hopefully Austin hopefully Austin gets his shot this morning. A lot of sin out there, obviously, since we killed the big one yesterday, but I think there's a good chance that big buck could come walking through, seeing what's up, so let's hope for that. It is September 25th. We just had opening weekend in Arkansas. Austin and I hunted pretty hard, had 3 sets. Just finished up our last set this morning. Didn't see anything. A lot of it probably has to do with the buck that I shot last night. Super exciting times. It's so fun to be out in the Ozarks in the big timber of Arkansas. This is where Austin and I are from, and we were super excited to get down here and super privileged to be able to hunt this piece of property that one of my dad's friends owns. It's so fun. Deer hunting is, you never know what you're gonna get, and like last year we hunted super hard for cheddar, had to get on his trail, found his rub line, his scrapes, and then finally we got him crossing the trail and killed him, picked him off. But here, it was like, I came out here a week before opening day. I knew I'd only get to hunt this spot like 2 or 3 times this year, so I just laid some corn out and see like what bucks are out here, try to get some intel. And then sure enough, bucks and bears started showing up in the middle of the daylight. So I was like, oh wow, we might actually get a shot at one of these bucks like right off the bat. So, and that's what happened. I missed my opportunity the first morning, and same buck came back around the next evening, and I was able to capitalize on that. And Austin is still down there. I'm about to take the 4x4 down there. We're gonna scout the lower 40 acres of this property, see if we can see any more sign for the next time we come down. Maybe we'll push down a little farther and try to hunt some different spots. Super hilly country, so there could be deer bedded anywhere and everywhere. We spooked so many deer this weekend, so we were very lucky to be able to bag one. Thank you guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and let me know your thoughts. So just a little bit about this spot. Back in March, my wife and my dad came down here when we got permission to hunt this property and went scouting. In this area right here, where I shot that buck from that stand right there, this had scrapes, rubs, like crazy. And then all the way down this road right here, there's scrapes, rubs everywhere. So I knew that there had to be some bucks bedded super close. And then yesterday, whenever that big 10 walked in, he was working a scrape right to my right on this like rub and scrape line. This is a scrape that he was working yesterday. It's a licking branch. I was right in that direction when I saw him. Good shot, good shot. I'm just excited, man. We got back straps, dude. Austin's right here. We're gonna go see if we can get a track on this doe. I just shot it with my recurve, so looked like a good double long hit, as you saw, but you can never be so sure. Finding some blood.
Yeah, right here's a good mark.
Just regular red blood. Dude. You don't again. Was it not recording?
I thought it was.
You'll see the red. Do you see the red recording?
Yeah, it says recording now.
So, successfully shot my first deer with a recurve. Nice doe. She came in about 15 yards, and looks like I got a good double long shot. And we struggled to find blood a little bit, but then we found her just dead in the creek. About how far do you think, Austin?
Probably like 40 yards.
40 yards. So
if even that.
we're super excited about the meet to have this at the beginning of the season, and then we're gonna go chase this buck with Austin. See if he can get a nice buck this year. Venison jalapeno poppers and burgers.